What if the ones who share your veins, your own flesh and blood, sold you to the devil? This is the hell Tia Lartius woke up in. A girl with nothing left to lose, except her rage. So she knelt before the monster on the throne. Not for gold, not for crowns. She sold her soul for revenge. Crystal Shatter SFX echoes. In an empire drowning in blood and deceit, trust is a death sentence. Every smile hides a dagger. Every ally, a potential executioner. Can a shattered girl outplay the Empire's dead thunder rumbles? The night Tia found the letter, her own brother Carlos's handwriting. Eliminate her before the solstice. She didn't shed a tear. She didn't barricade her door. Footsteps echo on rain-slicked stone. She walked straight into the Viper's nest, Emperor Edmund's crimson palace. Iron doors screech open, torches hiss, before the man they call the emotionless. They say you can't feel love, or grief, or rage. I'll teach you to feel everything, if you burn my family to ashes and seat me on their throne. A chilling silence falls. Then, why would I want to feel? Because only then will you understand the true depth of my hatred. He signed her contract that night, not for the emotions, but because in her eyes he saw his own hollow soul reflected. Fire crackles, parchment burns. Now Tia dances with vipers. Her brother's assassins circle. The Emperor watches like a spider, and her heart hardens to ice. Can she control the monster she unleashed? Or will the throne claim what's left of her humanity? The taming of the tyrant, where revenge is a poison that first kills the one who drinks it. Final piano note fades to silence. Distant clock tower chimes midnight, raven caws. How do you control a monster? You make it pay. Grand hall murmur, crystal glasses clinking, the imperial auction, where nobles trade lives like chess pieces. Tia raised her fan. 10 million for the Phoenix Diamond. Auction hammer bangs 3 times. Sold to Lady Lartius. Gasps of shock. She made the Blood Emperor himself. Pay 10 million gold coins. Silk robes rustle, aggressive footsteps. Edmund reached for the jewel. Slap. Sharp slap echoes through hall. Never touch what isn't yours, your majesty. A deadly silence falls. That sting on his cheek became an addiction. Unhinged laughter builds. Her cruelty fed his madness. Every insult, a drug. Every rejection, an obsession. Find every dressmaker she's used. Burn their shops. Track every man who's spoken to her. Break their hands. He stopped ruling his empire to become her shadow. Tia's triumph curdled to terror. She hadn't tamed the beast. She'd created a god. Can she undo this monster of her making? Or will the entire empire burn for her revenge? The taming of the tyrant, where the hunter becomes the hunted's most prized possession. Dripping water echoes in darkness and distant screams fade. Time for punishment. Knife sharpening intensifies. Lavish ballroom music swells. Champagne glasses clink. The Emperor's masquerade, where vipers wear silk and traitors dance. Amidst blood-red gowns and golden masks, Tia stood like a ghost in pure white gloves. Music suddenly stops. Dear brother Carlos, you sold me for power. Sword unsheathing, steel rings. Aunt Marcellus, you poisoned my wine. Collective gasp from crowd. Guards! Armored footsteps storm in. Take them to the black cells. No, we're family, Carlos shrieked. You ended that when you signed my death warrant. Iron shackles clank, dragging sounds. Distant dungeon gates slam shut in the sudden silence. Tia removed one blood-stained glove. Revenge tasted like ashes and venom. Approaching footsteps, velvet robes rustle. "Satisfied, little queen?" Edmund's voice slithered. She stared at her trembling hand. Why does victory feel like defeat? Because true power isn't in the knife's edge. Dagger stabs would, but in choosing not to strike. The taming of the tyrant, where every triumph carves away pieces of your soul. Distant cell door rattles, then silence. Thunder rumbles over the palace. Rain streaks blood off marble floors. With her enemies broken at their feet, Edmund knelt in the wreckage, a black velvet box in his shaking hand. Rule with me, not as pawn and emperor, but as equals, as partners. Diamond glints in torchlight. She said, "Number." Window smashes. Glass rains down. She'd forged feelings into blades. That cut deeper than steel. She'd sacrificed her tears to build an armor of ice. The girl who wanted revenge had become the monster. Heavy breathing. Broken glass crunches. "You think you tamed me? Look at yourself." Stone pillar shatters under fist. "Every cruelty I taught you. You mastered it. You're not my salvation. You're the monster I forged." Rain intensifies, mixes with blood on floor. No wedding bells. No crown of roses. Just two broken things, reflected in a diamond, abandoned on the floor. Happy ending? Number but the most true thing either had ever spoken. The taming of the tyrant, where victory means becoming what you hate most. Single raindrop hits diamond, then silence. Upbeat cinematic music swells, 5 seconds. Now we turn it over to you, Shadowsiders. Was Tia's revenge worth becoming a monster herself? She had no choice. Broken glass crunches. Her family sold her first. Survival demands sharp teeth. She lost her soul, distant scream echoes. No victory justifies becoming what you hate. Smash that like button if you crave morally gray Manhwa, Sword Clash SFX. New to our dark storytelling coven? Subscribe now. Hit that bell or you'll miss. Sinister laughter builds. Next week's villainess. Who murdered her own 7 husbands. Blood drip SFX. Not for power, for sport. Makes Tia look like a saint. Until then, choose your revenge. Wisely. Music crescendo plus dagger stab SFX. Echoing footsteps fade to silence.